going on, everybody? Welcome to What Remains of Edith Finch. I hope this has gamepad support. I don't know if it does. I don't know. What am I waiting for something? Anyways, yeah. What's going on, guys? I'm AllNight, and welcome to What Remains of Edith Finch. I don't really know anything about this game, but I've heard good things. Do we have gamepad support? Am I waiting to... Oh. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay. Yeah, okay, we don't have gamepad support. So... keyboard and mouse it is.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that.
Oh, weird.
I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
WASD? How about gamepad support? Gamepad support! Okay. Alright. I just wanted to do that because I didn't want to have the keyboard clicking in the background.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
I didn't want the keyboard clicking in the background.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Like past due and eviction notices.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh. I need to make sure that certain things are good. Okay. Let's take a look at that pause menu. Oh, okay. Where's me? Where's Edith? Oh, I'm the only one that's still alive. Wow. Oh, alright then. Okay. Property is protected by video surveillance. Oh my. Hey, can I run?
In her will,
No.
my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Those two paths. They go up or down. What the
I
hell?
wouldn't have driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Okay. Oh, I have like a full like player model too. Oh. Okay.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Okay. Missing something Hilton Finch. Which one is he? Hilton or Milton, I guess, not Hilton. 1992 to 2003. He was 11. Okay. When is this set? Because it says, okay, 2010. I don't know when this is set. That her brother Lewis, so he was one of the 3 kids. Lewis, Milton, and Edith. I'm Edith. Okay. So I'm guessing. Actually, it doesn't say when it's set. It has to be sometime after 2010. She said she hadn't been back since Lewis's funeral. Okay, it said that the brother was missing. What about? That's the same thing, Milton Finch. Okay. A lot of missing posters. All the same one, but did they ever find him?
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Okay.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
It makes me a little uncomfortable looking at it. That is not structurally sound. Missing posters everywhere. I'm guessing they were.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Oh. So I'm guessing they were super distraught. I mean, rightfully so.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Okay. Alright, no front door it is then. I don't think this is supposed to be a scary game. I really hope it's not. Alright. No key to the garage door. Side door. Edith.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Alright. Looks like something in there I can grab, but I guess it's not gonna let me grab. Woodworking stuff, couple bikes. Hey, my grandparents do this. They have a tennis ball hanging from the thing so they know how far the park.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Oh, stuff everywhere. Also, I'm probably gonna play this full game in one video, just because I know it's
but
not.
Instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
I know it's not super long, so I don't think that there's a point in splitting it up.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Jesus. I'll go here first.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Why does that one have Edie on it? Oh, because it's a wheelchair.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Oh, okay. So she was great-grandma. 1970 to 2010. And she's almost 100.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
What? Their house under this house?
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Alright. Barbara. There it is.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Barbara Finch. Okay.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
So... Oh.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Oh, damn. So they never did find him. Okay. All the calendars that I've seen so far are different as well. Like this one's November, the one in the garage was January, and then there's another one that was like May or something. I have mail. Look at that. Okay, what the hell? Okay.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Oh, so that's why the one down there is all sealed up.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
So, why is this one not sealed up, but the rest are?
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
It looks like a Master Lucky. There it is.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Oh, fancy. Okay.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Oh.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Molly.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Cute. Yeah, they are all sealed. Like, good shut.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
I don't get why after the kid disappeared though, like why they sealed it up. I don't get that.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
1937 to 1937? Yeah.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Okay.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Okay.
I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night.
There's something out there? Okay.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Okay. Oh, that's how you jump. Okay.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
So far, this is super odd. Where'd he go?
I jumped and I almost got her.
Oh, cat's getting mad.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Jeez.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard...
What is going on?
Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons.
Oh, Lord.
I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit.
Wait, where? Oh.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Oh, I'm just beached. Oh. I'm not really sure what's going on.
I rolled off a cliff
Damn.
and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. juicy seals.
Oh, I screwed up.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good. I grabbed on tight, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What am I, a snake?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
I'm not really sure what's going on.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
All right then.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Belly with a rusty razor, belly with a rusty razor, belly with a rusty razor. What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? And the captain
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
What is going on?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Did Molly turn into all these things, or is she just on hallucinogens? She gotta be on some kind of hallucinogens, dude. Oh shit. We in the house again?
I got closer and closer.
Yeah, we're in the house again. Way. I feel like I know what's gonna happen. All my stomachs.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
What? Okay, so... Wait a minute. This one's December 1947. Oh. Okay, I got it. What was that? I heard the cat. Oh.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Huh. So...
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
So... Did she get, like, is there some, like, supernatural stuff going on, or... Did she eating stuff? I don't know. Said something happened to her, so something definitely happened. I just don't know. I don't know. I feel like somebody snuck in there and did something to her. I don't think that
Her room was like a museum.
Odin.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay, so that's Ingeborg. Wait, no, that's Odin. Right? So we have Molly, Odin, and then me. Okay. That's super sad. That's really sad.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Built 1937, Sven Finch. 72-year-old woman refuses to evacuate because of a little forest fire.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Oh, that does make sense. She is Edie Jr., I guess. Mole man beneath.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Okay.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Okay. Oh, Louis was Louis was the one that they came back for the funeral. Am I up there? Barbara, Molly, Calvin, Sam, Walter, Dawn, Gus, Gregory, Louis, Milton. Okay.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh God. carpet in the bathroom. Oh god. I guess I have no reflection.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Okay.
It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah. Oh, it's sealed up. Okay. Why is just Tuesday open? You can't really read the things. Okay, I came in from the window, so. Alright, I guess came in from the window. Wait. Okay. Came in from the window, gotta go out from the window. Shrine sketches. Oh, well, let me leave. I missed something. Oh. Oh. There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh. Clever. What? Is this a dark room?
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
This is a dark room. Well, a red room. Dark room. Rachel in the dark room. Hint, hint to a game I'm gonna play soon, but. Cool. Calvin Finch, born April 25th, 1950, died September 23rd, 19. An elk. Call it. I'm sure it's Milton. He's been all over the place, huh? Fort Calvin.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
September 1961. Okay. So they are all set. Oh. Oh. Oh god, that made me super sad. Oh god. Oh, that made me that broke my heart. Wait, I don't want to miss anything. There's stuff that I can do. Command
I guess
center.
my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did.
Oh. I got it.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly. But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Oh.
Maybe if I hadn't said that,
I think we gotta do it.
I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Oh, I think we're gonna do it.
I think he'd already made up his mind.
Oh, we're getting close.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
We did it. Oh. Oh, it won't stop. It won't stop. It won't stop. It won't stop. It won't stop.
He gave
Whoa,
me his
God.
mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Wow. Okay.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Oh, to...
Mom
oh,
said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Up here. Oh, you can't make it to the other side because he never finished his... Stuck. Okay, there we go. I too have a thing for old cam. Mostly Polaroids. Edith, come on. Oh. Another one. This is so clever. I like this.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
The Molly thing was a little weird. I can understand the Calvin and Sam thing. The Calvin and Sam thing, I think they're exaggerated. I think the stories are just exaggerated, but I like where this is going. Orange tabby. Wait, do I want to go that way or do I want to go this way? Milton, again. Oh, so there's just two ways to get out?
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Oh, Barbara, okay. Well, I mean, she is a child star.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Hmm? Rated jobs increased. Giant something fire in the street. Center of worst blizzard in her history. Violations pile up for UNC facility. What happened to Barbara? A lot of these people are short-lived.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly
Old
tale.
Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right!
Basement.
Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
I'm playing this part, by the way.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
With the old-timey movie, because she was in them. What the fuck is that? What the hell?
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
What?
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh dear. Oh.
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
She just went, oh dear.
I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She
Damn.
threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
The crutch.
Have you seen my other crutch?
Yeah.
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
I like the whole like old-timey movie kind of thing. I'm definitely gonna get claimed for it for sure. Walter.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows
Oh, wait,
and
it's
notify
real.
the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh no.
Barbara turned saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite
Hit him with the crutch.
smashing. And he realized he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara. There's gotta be another way out of here.
Get in there.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Wrong way.
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Oh!
He wasn't moving,
Got him.
but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Is he gonna be gone? Yep.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Where'd he go? I mean, obviously he's probably at the door. Or the police.
The door was
I'm
dying
coming.
to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
Aw.
Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch
Barbara screamed.
gave the performance of her life.
Oh my god!
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Wow. Okay.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
So I'm losing sight of what's really going on. I think. Okay, so now I'm thinking that of course the stories are exaggerated, but I think Edie is exaggerating them because she doesn't want to believe what really happened. Like Rick might have killed Barbara.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
So now we know how to get into the basement.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Okay.
Whenever people ask me about my family, The first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Oh, 'cause she was famous. Okay.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Alright, so need another key.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Aren't we already in there?
My Grandpa Sam spent
No.
7 years sharing a room with his dead brother. It's funny, Calvin. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Alright, so I think it's telling me to go to the basement. Gregory. Did I miss this one?
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Okay. So can't go up yet. Means we must go down. Because now we know how to get into the basement. Getting darker as well. There it is. Oh, there's the table saw.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
That makes sense. Okay. Kinda low-key looks like my basement.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
There's the fridge.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she
There
was
it
hiding
is.
a lot more than that.
Oh, it's incredibly dark. I can't see anything. Oh, there we go.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in
Whoa.
all these stories,
Alright, an itchy ear.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
There it is.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
30 years.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
What?
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
Huh.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Oh, I should have paid attention to how far we were. 1976, 4 days in, so
Even
Monday.
a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
So January 5th.
And then one day, everything just stopped.
That's a big jump. March 25th, 2005.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
March.
I'm
I
done
guess
waiting.
April 1st.
I have to leave. Well, I still can.
This way? Oh. 30 years. I mean, he definitely has enough to live down there for 30 years. This is the house under the house. I think it is.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara. And Molly. And Calvin.
Oh, okay. Still that empty. What is that? Oh, I guess I can walk. Oh my god. What's happening now? This is
Maybe
like...
this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
What?
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
So
I
he
don't
locked...
mind if I only have a year left.
Do they... They're talking... Edith is talking about a family curse. Do they know when they're going to die?
Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day.
Okay.
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
What?
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
What? You lived down here for 30 years? 30 years. And then went outside for one day and got hit by a train? The way he was talking, it sounded like he
Maybe
knew...
she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Alright, Edith. Oh, no, down, down, down. Okay. It sounded like he knew when he was gonna die.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
So, wait. So Edith knows when...
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Edith knows when Walter died, but didn't know that he was alive when she was. Until, I guess, he died.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Oh. Okay.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2.
Oh, that's right! Because I never found Milton, so they don't know. We know that Molly's dead, we know that Barbara's dead, we know for sure that Calvin's dead, we know for sure that, of course, Odin and Evie and Sven and Walter are dead. Sam's gotta be dead. Gregory, Gus, Dawn. And they came back for Lewis. But they still don't know about Milton. So, there's a possibility.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself
Oh, wow.
and found out what happened to everyone else.
Oh, wow.
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
We made a little memorial for him and everything. Whoa. What?
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
I don't know about that.
But I thought you should know about your family.
Wait. Who's she writing to? This isn't it, is it?
And the history you're a part of.
Wait. Hold the phone. Because if that's Milton, that red light out there, if that's crazy. Okay. So we got more to do, right? Up here?
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Is she talking to us or is she talking to somebody?
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
This can't be it.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Wow.
Sven built the house,
there
but
it
it was
is.
Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly, Calvin, Sven, Edie, Walter, and Barbara.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
There it is. That's cool.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
That's gotta be something, man. Yep.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh. Just a buoy, but house washed up. Wow.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Sam, Gregory, and Gus.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Lewis and Sanjay Kumar? Okay, I don't... Sanjay was, I guess a brother slash husband.
There's so
I guess
many
he was
things I wish
brother-in-law.
I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Definitely see that. This is all super, like, interesting.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh my god, really? No, don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break. Oh my god. If she said that and then she fell and it... Oh, nah. I'd have been so mad.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
This is mom's room.
Sam spent his life shooting
Oh, no,
photos,
it's
but
Sam.
Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Oh, I guess it is mom's room. Is it? Or is it mom and... Oh, there's his note.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are. Hey!
That's a keeper.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Is he not the one I'm supposed to be taking pictures of?
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Okay.
I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. minute to check the map.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
There it is.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be... Great shot, Dawn!
Damn.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
No.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me. Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
So Dawn is mom, I guess. Wow. Airline ticket. Oh. Okay, so I missed something. Wow. That's like the first, like, super ultra realistic one. Like, one that could have actually happened. And, I mean, it looks like it was proven that it did happen. Oh. Oh, MREs.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
So mom is Dawn. I guess I am pregnant. I didn't even notice. I mean, obviously they wouldn't put that in the game for no reason, but I never would have just noticed by looking down. Kay Carlisle and Sam Finch divorce contract.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
No.
Well, I don't.
Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Man. There's only one. Oh. Dawn and Gus.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Poem for Gus.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea.
Huh.
Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I
now
remembered.
pronounce you
Wow.
husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh. I think I can guess what happened with this one. It seems out of the realm, but it could very well be, damn.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Oh shit.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
I'm sorry I'm not commentating a lot. I don't really know what to say.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus. My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Edith's beginning to have trouble.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh, okay. Oh god, it's gonna fail like Stories Untold.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
There's definitely something in here I'm missing. Can I look through the door? Door sealed, so... Did I miss something up here? Oh, yeah.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
All the missing posters.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Milton, Lewis,
and to see kids in
Edith.
the house again.
There's mine.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Oh, we're getting up to the extra, not the extra stuff, but like the tall part of the house.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Oh, she was she homeschooled. Wow, this takes me back. This looks like a young kid's classroom, dude.
But it didn't last.
Scientific method, oh lord. Odin Finch. History, myth, the courage by Edith Finch. Me. I guess it sorta had to be me. I'm the only one.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Wow.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
There's no death date. They kept looking for him. So he was a lot like Edie. He made a lot of paintings.
Milton Finch in The Magic
Paintbrush.
Paintbrush.
Okay. Read it together, Edie. Read it. that's where it ends.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
That's so sad, man. But we still got more to do. I mean, obviously, I think... Wait. Extra... Something American newspaper available.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
He's gotta still be out there somewhere, man. He has to be.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Oh. I can't go around this way.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except Louis.
Oh, cool.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Dope room. Legalize marijuana. Nice. Louis Finch locker con.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
His mind began to what? How do I... I can't. I can't do anything. Oh. Oh, okay. Someone is...
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small. Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss, but he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
So, is this like his own little daydream
And
space?
songs for them to play.
To kind of escape to.
He talked about starting a band.
He went to go for rehab. He went to go for.
And he was always humming something.
Rehab.
Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Edith said that
He no longer spoke at the cannery,
that she was closest to him.
but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor.
They all voted for him.
And he won.
Yeah.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis.
Nice.
He started drifting away from our reality.
Oh.
Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Minneapolis.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Oh, wow. That he kind of succumbed to brain rot a little bit.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Handsome queen.
handsome queen.
I get to pick.
The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents.
sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her
Silver harp.
silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Whoa. That's a lot. A lot of people.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Was this his escape, or was this him on substance? Because it seems like...
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
Oh, okay.
It was hard to argue with him.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. This is like so involved. There's his stuff.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
After all that substance abuse and everything, I guess he didn't want to be Lewis, the cannery worker.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Can I see his face? Okay.
I still thought I could save him.
He killed
Even
himself.
after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
It's now sounding like he would be... Which would be
including
a terrible
the wise
way to end
Calico
this,
who'd insisted on advising him.
A terrible way in the sense that him ODing was bad. That's what it's sounding like, though. He'd get on a substance and kind of drift away from the actual
His
world.
queen waited, holding his crown.
Like guillotine? Yep. If it is.
There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Oh.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Wow. He did kill himself. He didn't OD, he chopped his head in a thing.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
No. No. Edith. Actually, wait, I might have had to come back in here. Yeah, I did. Jeez, man.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Yeah, no kidding, man. You left everything.
What happened
in the
that night
house.
had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Oh, Edith. We're getting to my room.
But it had to end one way or another.
Oh.
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Here in the end.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oh, small me.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
So Edie never left. Edie never left the house. Which makes sense, because even she didn't leave whenever there was the forest fire.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
What?
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
What? History of the Finches by Edith Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Keep walking on.
For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
Is she forgetting?
Or maybe I came back to them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is she have dementia? said Edie was 93.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
What?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
What? No.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Oh, so she did leave. Oh wait, no, wait, no, she.
After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
I haven't said this yet,
A
but
few years went by.
I really like the art style of it. Just the way that it's set up.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone.
So Mom was the last one. It was...
The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you.
Wait. No way.
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
No way. Is it Melton, bro?
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins.
Is it the baby?
I'm sorry I won't be there to see it.
What?
It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Wow. Dude, I gotta contain myself. I don't know if I can. Jesus, man. The replay a story option is now available. Select Edith to play from the... So you just continue. Oh, man. Dude, it actually made me fucking cry. Like... I really don't know what to say. This was one of the most, like, story-involved games that I have ever played. And I did not expect it to be that deep. So, Edith writes the journal for her son. And this is at least what I understand. I could be so very totally wrong. I'm sure it's probably left up to interpretation, but I think Edith knows that she's not gonna live through childbirth. I think Edith knows that she's not gonna live through it. So she had to come to the house before she had the kid to like do the journal and finish all that stuff. That way she lives on through the story. And I don't really know I don't really know. Wow. 2012 to 2017. The end. That's it. This was What Remains of... continuing what I was saying, I think that everybody died of a certain cause, and I think what Edie did was write stories for closure. I don't think that what she said was necessarily true about all of them. And I think she just wrote stories to kind of, or picked or wrote stories to kind of give closure to what happened to those people. Like, Molly didn't get eaten by a monster. Barbara didn't get killed by a monster. Calvin didn't die from flying. Walter didn't get hit by a train. Well, Walter may have gotten hit by a train, but like some of them make sense and some of them don't. I think Lewis lost himself and cut his head off in the slicer for the fish. He kind of lost himself. Milton, I think, ran away or got lost. Dawn, the mom, died from natural cause, or died from cancer or sickness. Edith dies childbirth. Gregory dies from drowning. Gus dies from the storm. Sam died getting hit by the elk. Odin, of course, died. Cause. Edie dies. Cause. It sucks to see that Edith passes at the end, but it's fitting because there's this whole dynamic of a family curse where everybody dies from some kind of horrible thing except for Edith. Edith dies. Life. So with Edith, the curse is broken. And the boy can carry on the Finch name, Finch stories, in the house. It would have been cool to see if she was writing it to Milton, but it also makes sense that she was writing it because she knew she wasn't gonna make it to meet her son. Like, oh. Alright. I'm gonna do this before I start crying again. This has been What Remains of Edith Finch. If you guys liked it, please leave a like, please leave a comment. This might be my favorite game of all time now. My favorite game before was Life is Strange, which I will be playing soon on the channel. But this and that are definitely... I don't know if they're interchangeable. I'm gonna have to sit with this for a little. But this is the end for you guys. If you all enjoyed, and I strongly urge any of you who haven't played this to play it. It's on PC. It might be on console. I'm not sure. But if you watch this and you play it, find wherever it is. I know it's on Steam. Playing it on Epic Games. Yeah. I will see you guys all in the next one. Hope you guys all enjoy.